Alright, so after a slight scare involving my PC, I'm back with your weekly dose of stupidity. A badass feminist coloring book for the powerful ladies in your life. What happened to words? I'm pretty sure it goes against the laws of nature to use the terms badass and feminist in the same sentence. Unless, of course, that sentence happens to be, look at that badass, he just drop-kicked that feminist out a window. Feminists of the world, you know how tiring it can get dealing with the oppression, discrimination, and hate that's all too rampant in our everyday lives. Probably because you scour over every single situation actively looking for so-called microaggressions in order to have something to be pissed off about. Sometimes you just want to scream or cry or rip out all the pages of your favorite feminist manifesto and cover your body in them like a paper fort. Clearly a very healthy and completely normal reaction. Well, there's one safe space that doesn't sound very environmentally conscious. So much for intersectionality. Well, here's another idea. In times of stress, why not whip out your handy feminist coloring book? I know when I'm stressed, the first thing I do is whip out my coloring book. Although, since I'm a man, coloring book is clearly a euphemism for dick. You're never too old for coloring books, and you're never too young for feminism is the motto behind someone Oluo's incredible project, aptly titled Badass Feminist Coloring Book. And how, pray tell, is this aptly titled? There's nothing remotely badass about feminism. At this point, it's just a bunch of whining about oppression and non-existent wage gaps. That doesn't exactly scream strong, independent women to me. The radical book combines the meditative lull of coloring with the revolutionary spirit of feminism, a combination that will please just about any creative lady. I get the feeling they're not using the word radical in the way the Ninja Turtles would have. And if that's all it takes to please a lady, a lot of men are going to be really happy. I'm a feminist writer and a woman of color, so I spend a lot of time neck-deep in misogyny and racism, Oluo explained to the Huffington Post. If by misogyny and racism you mean facts and reason, then I can only imagine how overwhelmed you must be, as they are the natural enemy of the modern feminist. To be honest, it can really start to wear you down. I've always loved drawing, and picked up drawing again as an adult, primarily as stress relief. Nothing is more calming and strengthening to me than focusing on the amazing feminists fighting to make the world a better place. Who are these amazing feminists you're speaking of? I have a feeling you're going to be focused on a bunch of Western women that have done fuck all but bitch about living in a patriarchal society, all the while being allowed to spread their narrative and profit off of it. I realized that I could make coloring pages for myself and was very excited. I started sharing them with friends and the response was overwhelmingly positive. I swear, stupid people will get excited about anything. The book features outlined images of feminists of all ages, backgrounds, sexual orientations, races, body types, gender identities, etc. Oh good, so we're being inclusive. I think it's funny that she mentions different gender identities when we're constantly told that you cannot determine someone's gender simply by looking at them. So by that logic, we wouldn't even be able to tell from the picture whether they identify as a woman or a roll of paper towels to soak up all those male tears. They range from well-known names like Jezebel's Lindy West to Oluo's own sister. There are mothers, daughters, sex workers, comedians, and writers. There are empowering quotes, feminist mantras to live by, and many opportunities for doodling. Oh great, if Jezebel's being name-dropped, you know this is quality. I can only imagine feminist comedy. How many men does it take to screw in a light bulb? 0, because we killed them all and we did it ourselves. And good job throwing sex workers in there as though it's a legitimate form of employment. Sorry, but if sex is work, you're doing it wrong. We'll take a look at some of these wonderful quotes a little bit later. I wanted to make something that was inspirational, interactive, and conversational. I wanted to make a book that you could pick up for a bit, interact with it, and then set it back down. Not something that is read through once and then never looked at again. This sounds like something you'd take a look at, decide you wasted your money, and then use it as kindling or toilet paper. Drawing these amazing feminists has really helped me feel connected to them and their ideals, and I want other people to have that. Once again, we're being told just how amazing these women are, but no mention of anything they have actually accomplished in the name of their ideals. We can celebrate and enjoy feminism. It's a very serious topic, but it's also beautiful, fun, creative, and inspiring. Well, you heard it here, folks. Now feast your eyes on the beauty that is feminism. Oh, look at that. Can't you just feel the celebration and the joy? It's like Christmas. Needless to say, we love everything about this project. Oluo is currently raising funds for the book on Kickstarter, and although her campaign ends on July 14th, she's already well above her goal of $4,000. Still, check out the page to see how you can help this truly glorious cause and potentially score some gifts in return, from neat stickers to an hour of one-on-one media consulting with journalist and critic Jennifer L. Posner, founding director of Women in Media. Oh boy, stickers, sign me up. At the time of this video, the project has already received over $17,000. I find it funny that people bitch about not having any money and living in this bad economy, yet somehow find the funds to donate to the biggest waste of time ever conceived. I really want to communicate how diverse feminism is and must be in order to create lasting and effective positive change, Aluo concluded. I wanted to shine a light on feminists that you may never have heard of, who don't always fit the middle-class liberal, cis, heterosexual white woman image we usually see. Whenever someone says the word cis, I instantly stop taking them seriously. You want to know why no one has ever heard of these women? Because they don't do anything except bitch on social media about how the patriarchy is holding them down. You see, people in the real world with actual shit to do don't have time for that nonsense. I want people to see the beauty in feminism, not a conventional beauty that often hurts women, but a beauty that comes from strength, resilience, kindness, and empathy. You mean like the kindness of hashtags like kill all men? I, for one, am really seeing the beauty and empathy of feminism. Also, I really just want to give this to my feminist friends as a celebration of community and solidarity. So give it to your damn friends and stop asking this so-called oppressive society for money. If you were so mistreated, you wouldn't even be able to get funding for these ridiculous projects because it wouldn't be allowed. Hell yes. Hell no. Now let's take a look at some of the drawings within the coloring book. This body is my own. Yes, it certainly is, and no one is going to fight you for it. We live in a world that is so sexist that women still can't wear pants on public restroom signs. We live in a world that is so stupid that people actually believe this is an issue. It's a stick figure meant to represent a woman, not an actual person. A nice 5 o'clock shadow. Triggered. Your argument is invalid. Deal with it. A perfect display of social justice logic. No reasons, just blind assertions. If someone can be kicked out of school for copying a paper, a person should be kicked out of school for raping another human being. Well, not only should a rapist be kicked out of school, but he should be thrown in prison as well. But you know who else should be kicked out of school? Women that make false rape claims and then go on to lug their mattress around campus as some sort of political statement. Feminism is awesome. If I say it enough times, it's sure to come true eventually. My feminism is not simply politics. It is an opening of my whole life to other women. It is to love all women with my open ears and to protect all women with my open mouth. The first woman to do this for is myself. Maybe some women don't want or need your so-called protection, and let's be honest here, the only people your ears are open to are those that speak to your narrative. I keep seeing these stupid projects and thinking, this has to be a joke. No one can really think this is a good idea. But hey, I'm clearly just a misogynistic, oppressive shitlord because I don't agree with the narrative that all women are objectified, oppressed, and harassed on a daily basis. I should probably just stay in my lane and leave the opinions to people that spread nonsense like this.
Everyone loves feminism, or everyone should love feminism. Grown-ups love feminism. And kids. Wonderful, badass kids love feminism.
Until next time, listen and believe.